I thought I'd share with you something that just happened. All right. You see this book, right? This is Irreversible Damage by Abigail Schreier. Okay. It's about the transgender craze. Now, like I told you in my previous videos, I have now incorporated the daily habit of reading a book. Every day, I will read, one chapter, and that is the bare minimum that I want to give in terms of developing my reading habit. I'm not doing it for bragging about how many books that I read or making book reviews or showing off in front of anyone because nobody cares anyway. I'm doing it for myself. I'm not sharing what I read with anybody, and I don't think anyone knows also that I'm reading or which book I'm reading. I'm doing this only for myself to inculcate the habit of discipline, the self-control of not having to be distracted by social media, by my phone, and when you listen to, let's say, a podcast or a book review, you can be doing something else. You can even play a video game while listening to it. And I've been doing this. Okay. When I play a video game, sometimes I listen to a podcast or a total detailed book review. So when you're reading, you can't afford to do that. All right. But now, for those of you who have ADHD like me, who are hyper and who can't sit still, who get distracted way too easy, you know the challenges of reading a book. The minute you take a book, all of a sudden you'll think of something else. You'll think, oh, I need to check this. Oh, let me check what is the notification. Let me play a video game. Let me listen to some music. Let me get a snack. I'll just sip a coffee. I need to go to the toilet. Oh, I don't feel like sitting here. Let me lie down. There are 10,000 different thoughts running, across your mind at the same time. So it is challenging. It is challenging for someone with ADHD to read. But over the period of time, you see, I'm nearly going to be 50. I've learned how to control this. And I don't want to get into the techniques of how to overcome this and read a book, but I'll just give you one simple way of how I overcome it today. I switch off my phone, I turn it the other side, I switch off my monitor, and I make sure that until I read and complete, nothing else comes in. Once I start reading, I'm not getting up for toilet for anything else, unless, of course, it's an emergency. So that is my protocol of reading a book. But now here's the problem. Sometimes when the chapter is difficult, if you actually look at it, this is pretty detailed. Okay, if you actually look at it, it's pretty detailed and the chapters are long. So that in itself is a mental block. If a chapter was like 2 pages, 3 pages, you don't mind reading a chapter. But if a chapter is like 15 pages, you begin to think, oh, sheesh, man, I'm not going to complete it. And what I do to make it easier is I break it down into, if a chapter is, let's say, 15 pages, like I said, I'll read 3, maybe 5, okay, and I'll see how it goes. But now there is an even bigger challenge to overcome. And that even bigger challenge is, the minute you pick up the book, you want to read. You have to read. And when you start reading, you don't want anything else to disturb you. So sometimes the weaker side of the mind procrastinates and prevents you from lifting the book. You'll think, okay, I need to do this work. You'll think that I need to, like in my case, make this video, do this editing, reply to this email, play the game, everything other than read the book. It's like the mind wants to do everything else other than read the book. And because of this, I missed one day, that is yesterday, of reading this book. So how did I overcome this? Today I had finished, let's say, 5 videos, which is good for me because today I was in the zone. And then when I was recording, editing the videos and publishing it, I put it in Final Cut Pro. First I record and then I put it into Final Cut Pro to publish it. So as I was publishing, now, there is 10, 15 minutes you have to wait until the video gets rendered. So I opened, one of the movies that I downloaded and I was watching it. But then it struck me, instead of watching the movie, why don't I read a book? But then the mind was, man, you just relax. You see, even then the mind is playing. So I told myself, okay, what you do is, because you missed yesterday, don't read one chapter. Don't even read 3 pages. Just read 1 page. And 1 page is very easy. It'll hardly take, I think, around a minute or 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes, man. So I told myself, come on, if at this age I can't give 1 minute to a book, then something is seriously wrong with me. I need to stop coaching, stop mentoring, stop lecturing others about improving your peak performance when I can't do one page. So I said, fine, I'll take out one page. And as I started to do, I completed one page. Then I was like, okay, let me do another page. And as I went on, I checked the screen. The video had not yet finished. Then by the time I reached 2.5 pages, it finished. Then obviously I prepared the next video. Remember, I made 5 videos. So I put the next one. Then I said, okay, since I'm reading, until this finishes, let me not watch a movie. I'll watch a movie after. So let me keep reading. It's anyway benefiting me. It's nobody else. So I kept doing this. When I finished the second, by the time I finished the second video, I think I finished another 5 pages total. So in this way, by the time I finished the fifth video, I think I'd literally completed the chapter. You see, I started off with, I'm just showing you halfway through of this chapter. You can see this page that is bent. Okay, this is chapter 2. Let me just show you. This is chapter 2. And I'd finished 2-3 pages of this. This one is pretty lengthy. I think it has around 26 to 39. So it has 13 pages. Okay, this chapter. By the time I finished, I reached chapter 3. Okay. And, in between, I did get tired. I did get distracted. But by the time I finished 5 videos, I completed a chapter and I was very happy, and I put my, separator and I closed. Now, why am I sharing this with you? I know you might feel this is silly or this is stupid or whatever. One second. The reason why I'm sharing this with you is for those of you who want to discipline yourself into doing anything, whether it's exercise, whether it's reading a book, whether it is doing something that is important that involves a little bit of willpower and discipline. If you give yourself the bare minimum, okay, I'll tell you, you'll at least do something rather than nothing. Like, for example, push-ups. Instead of wanting to do 20 push-ups into 5 sets, which sometimes you think, oh man, do I want to do this? Oh, going to the gym, I'll do 1 hour of the gym. Okay, and you're not in a mood. Instead, what you do is, instead of 20 push-ups, do 1, just 1. Remember, what matters is not you did 100 pages of reading a book and next day you didn't do anything. Rather, what is better is a daily habit. Every day, if you read one chapter, that is far more better than doing 100 chapters, 100 pages, and not doing it again for 10 days. The consistency of doing it every day. I think this was a book about habits. I can't remember habits. Let me just Google search habits book review. Not The Power of Habits. Atomic Habits, yes, by James Clear, and The Power of Habit by Charles Duhigg. Whatever. Both of them are worth reading. I've read them already many years ago. So when you do something every day, then it becomes a habit, and that habit will change your life forever. So I'm giving a practical example, and I'll tell you, sometimes it is not you. The battle is 50% you have won it by just picking up the book and opening it and reading a paragraph. Just starting to read. That's 50% of the victory. Even where gym is concerned, the victory is you land in the gym. You just dress up and go to the gym. Don't plan anything. Just do 5 minutes. But the very fact when you land in the gym, then you would want to do it. Sometimes before, when I used to go to the gym, I'd land in the gym. I don't have any plan. I'm feeling bored, but I'll just walk around. I'll do something. I'll enjoy, listen to music. I'll just get the feel of it. Enjoy. No hardcore exercise, no sweating, nothing. Just lift some dumbbells, just feel it, and then come back. That itself is good enough. So the reason why I made this video is hopefully to inspire you guys that, if you're lazy or if you're procrastinating, there's no magic formula. It's a very simple formula for how you can overcome this distraction or this laziness or this inability to complete a task or a good habit, inculcating this new habit. Because once you do now, I'll tell you, it's called neuroplasticity. Once you start, working on a habit, this new habit, eventually becomes permanently ingrained in you. And then, if you don't do it, you feel like, something is missing. And that will make you a better person. I hope this video gave you some kind of inspiration. And I sincerely hope that you become a better person. And do pick up the habit of reading. It's always good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.